Scarf, scarf. Who has a scarf? Let's call the wife.
Hello?
Blacksad here.
Please don't tell me my husband...
Been cheating on you.
Yes, Mrs. Colbert. I'm afraid you were right to hire me.
Oh, she hired
That
me.
filthy good for nothing! I'm gonna rip his horn out!
Oh, I forgot. I said that. Chief officer? Why not?
Smirnoff.
Joe Dunn, the boxing coach. You hear anything about his death?
Blacksad. Is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
You got me. How's everything, Chief?
Oh, I'm fine, thanks for asking. Too much work as usual. As for Joe Dunn, he hanged himself, end of story. I'm too busy, John. I can't afford to put a single man on the case. Why are you asking?
Dunn and the gym's cleaning lady were about to get married.
Great. Call What's News. They'll know what to do with such an incredibly interesting piece of information.
The combination on Dunn's safe was her birthday. He even gave her a ring. You know, your typical suicidal bliss.
Okay, I'm still not convinced, but I might have something for you.
Life is off and off key, like a bad song.
Or out of order.
The notes come together but feel flat, unable to create anything resembling music. And yet, there are ways to string them together to create harmony. Ways that are not always entirely in our hands.
You look tired, John.
I was born tired.
I was born tired. I'm used to it.
You're not the only one. Yep, I'm beat. I'm starving. Just got back from the annual police medical. Not only did I have to fast, but I also had to chug 2 enormous glasses of water. John, you alright?
I've had better days, and I'll have them again, I hope.
We both deserve to. The thing is, I'd love to help you out with this case, but I can't. You know I work for the state of New York. If I had any information, I couldn't share it with a private eye. Even if it was lying on top of this table.
You said you were starving. Why don't you go to the counter and order something?
Yeah, sure, good idea.
And I'll sneak a peek.
If you'll excuse me.
Joseph Richard Dunn. Hey, 4 ring-shaped marks. That's important. Oh wow, they didn't even bother to check his body. Oh, okay. Swollen, scraped knuckles. What? That doesn't say it on the paper?
Interesting.
He was either training or fighting someone.
Now that I think of it, I better eat at home. It's healthier.
Thanks.
Truth is, John, it all seemed clear to me before, but now? Please, promise me you won't take the law into your own hands. I'd like to think we're not just vigilantes.
I can't make any promises.
I'll try, but sometimes there's no alternative.
All right. In any case, keep me posted, will you?
Friend, you can count on it.
Take care, John.
As always, Smirnov had given me new, potentially relevant information. Not to mention second thoughts. When an old dog like him gets that serious, one must be prepared to bite.
I didn't realize Blacksad had eyebrows. Oh, I think I can deduce something. Chest expander. Wait, Don's weight. Oh, I don't know what pounds it. I can deduce two things. Don's weight. I was so focused on weight instead of the height.
I'm much taller than Dunn, and I can barely reach the noose. There's no way Dunn hanged himself.
Why make a noose that
Not
high?
on his own, at least. I don't know why. Something just doesn't add up.
Belongs to Yale. Oh, Bobby Yale. Keeping track of names is not easy. A third thing? Wasn't told not to him.
Bobby Yale. I don't know if you had a motive to kill Dunn, but you certainly had the murder weapon.
He was strange. This is important, man. It's like taking in my deductions for a very long time. Deduction. Oh.
Christ. Did Yale kill Dunn just because he wanted to call off the fight?
No, that doesn't make sense.
I always knew Bobby had issues. But I never thought he'd go that far.
A part of me thinks Bobby Yale didn't do it.
But the chest expander, the box in his locker, the marks on my father's neck. It all leads to him. In any case, that doesn't change a thing.
It does, actually. Now we know he didn't kill himself.
My father's still dead, and you still haven't found Bobby Yale. Nothing has changed. Opening the safe and finding my father's will won't help us achieve anything. So please hurry. Time's wasting.
Sonia's indifference never ceased to amaze me. But most importantly, why was she so opposed to Yale?
That's right.
John Blacksad? I think I owe you an apology.
Apology not accepted?
Do I know you? I don't seem to remember your face.
Well, maybe you remember my boys. I'm so sorry they wrinkled your suit. The thing is, they didn't know we shared a common goal. Bobby Yale. I want to find him and get to the bottom of this as much as you do, Mr. Blacksad. So please, kindly accept my invitation. Why not share our findings? Come on.
He's not an ally. He's gonna kill Bobby Yale. But I'll bite.
Of course. You don't mind me riding in this fancy car with a wrinkled suit, do you?
Oh, I think you look mighty dapper, Mr. Blacksad. Although, if those wrinkles were to rub off on me... Ha ha ha! I always play it nice and safe.
How about I just blew smoke in your face? How'd you like that, huh? Does that mean they would have forced me?
Thank you, Blacksad. You won't regret this. So let's cut to the chase. I need Bobby Yale to fight Stone. There's just too much money at stake. So, I'm offering you my help to find Yale. Let's work together.
I'll work solo, man.
I always work alone.
You know, if everyone worked solo, many people would suffer. Look at me. I could go it alone, but I don't. Please, hear me out. Let's say I bet a beer that we find Yale in 3 days, and you bet a beer that we don't. In 3 days, one of us has to buy the other a beer. Is that so bad? We're simply two grown men using our money and free will to conduct a small private exchange. And most importantly, we're not hurting anyone.
You're hurting me.
So,
You beat me up.
I run a gambling
3
business.
times.
What's so bad about that?
I'm not gonna say
I
much.
can't really say.
Well, I can. Nothing. But I'll tell you what is wrong. The way our government is ruining America. We live in a so-called free country. A place where honest people can make a living, provided they don't hurt anybody. We're not communists. Well, at least I'm not.
I would have never thought otherwise. As for me,
I'm a sympathizer.
let's just say I sympathize with their cause.
Fair enough. You sure look the part. In any case, that's not my point.
Oh,
the government
shit.
betrays our nation's
I didn't
values
even-
by passing communist laws
No, we were
that
talking-
forbid an honest man
I thought we were
like me
talking
to make a
about
living
sharing
without hurting a
information.
soul. And that, Mr. Blacksad, is just wrong. I'd even say it's unconstitutional. Do you get my point now?
That doesn't justify you.
Okay, but that doesn't justify what you do for a living.
Oh, boy. Did you hear anything I just said?
Not really. Just
Anyway,
Politics.
when the government passes these laws, there's only one legitimate weapon the people can wield. The same weapon that turned America into a great nation. Civil disobedience. So, as the proud American that I am, it's my duty to disobey.
bending the truth.
You're bending the truth to justify organized crime.
Oh, no. It might have been organized crime, but not anymore. I wasn't always a boss, you know. No, sir. I started at the bottom, when Lucky Blitzen ran the show. That good for nothing. His was a reign of terror, extortion, violence, you know, that sort of unpleasant thing. When I took over, I decided I'd make people want to do my bidding. Not out of fear, but out of gratitude. I decided to help people so they would help me.
That beating your thugs gave me was really helpful. Thank you so much.
That's right.
Those poor bastards didn't even know you were a detective, that you were on our side.
Maybe at first. But when they tied me up and beat the socks off me, they knew very well who I was.
Seriously? That goes against my rules. Who was it?
Both of them.
Yeah, the two of them.
Bastards. But don't you worry. I'll have a talk with those two. I cannot tolerate this behavior. Please accept my apologies, Mr. Blacksad. You see, a lot of people work for me. Many families depend on my business. Not only that, St. Christopher's Hospice practically lives on my donations. The widows of my late employees are set for life. Their kids get free schooling. The cops leave me alone because they know my business doesn't hurt anyone. On the contrary. And, it looks like we're here.
Yale's apartment?
I told you I'm on your side. Go ahead, search the place. I'll wait down here. When you're done, maybe you'll change your mind and share your findings with me. Or not. It's your call, Mr. Blacksad. I'll make sure you're suitably compensated. Colbert! Wilson!
Pizza.
The worst thing about O'Leary's boys dropping by isn't the beating, but the fact that I can't tell what's theirs and what's Yale's. Can't say this is the ideal drink for an athlete. Then again, it could be your classic bookie thug lunch.
Photo over there. Who's that lady? Mary went to... What the fuck? Mary's dating two guys? Fight over one... Mary?
17th century French fables. Mare must be one boring old lady.
Okay, that's stone. The ox? Dirty dishes.
I'm not sure how Yale's love of pickles will help me crack the case, but it's good to know. A woman's fragrance. Almost angelical.
Oh, it's Mary's scarf. Hmm. It's a toilet.
Judging by the general state of the apartment, they were leading a quiet life.
Bob Yale paint that or Mary paint that?
Seems like Bobby inherited something more than boxing skills from his father, besides the tendency to vanish into thin air, of course. Nice chain.
He has 3 gloves.
So, you like your mob stories, don't you, Bobby? Why would you want such a big closet for so few clothes? Unless someone emptied it recently. Copy 1 of 3. Do you know any of his relatives?
Is his father Avenarius?
Avenarius? The boxer poet? Didn't he disappear 20 years ago? That means she's been here recently, but why? What does Sweet Mary have to do with Yale, the murder suspect?
But why would they need to kill... Is that Mary? Is it to do with this place? Is this Yale's place? I don't know what I'm looking for, to be honest. Let me connect stuff. I have one thing to connect. Footprints. Can. I did this.
All right. Dunn punched a paint can. But why? Wasn't he calm and composed?
Maybe he found out that Bobby and Mary were dating. Guess that's all I got. To avoid O'Leary.
When I left, I told O'Leary I hadn't found a thing. The minute I was alone, I left for Mary's. But before all that, I took a small parting gift for her.